Hello and welcome to the GDSLABv version 2024 tutorial 5.3.8, running a 1D consolidation permeability test. This module builds on a previous video setup of 5.3.7 running an advanced 1D consolidation test by adding base pressure and base volume controls, essential for performing a permeability test. Today we'll demonstrate how to set up and configure a permeability test. Now to start, we need to select the test type with the same specimen details as before. In my example, I would use the 20mm by 70mm. Then we need to select the device and sample setup. So in the test module list, we have advanced loading, logging, monotonic loading, permeability, and user-defined methods. This time we're going to select permeability module. So a permeability test measures the flow rate of water through a specimen, helping us understand how much water can pass through the voids in the specimen over time. To conduct a permeability test, we need an additional pressure controller to manage the pressure and volume at both ends of the specimen, inducing a water flow. So we have two main test types, constant head and constant flow. In a constant head test, we set different pressures on either side of the sample. The difference in pressure causes water to flow from the high pressure side to the lower pressure side. So setting up a constant head test, we first set the back pressure. We can control the back pressure directly or use a back to cell differential. But an example would be to set the back pressure at 200 kPa and the base pressure at 100 kPa. In this test, we do not have modes like ramp or cyclic, we simply maintain the set pressures. We also have optional axle control, where we can maintain axle control during the test, similar to other advanced loading modules. An example of axle control would be to set the axle load at 0.1 kilonewtons, maintaining it constant. We also have temperature control, where we can manage the cell temperature, and we also have termination conditions as per usual. Running the constant head test, we need to apply the settings and go to the test list and start the test. Make sure your graphs display back pressure, base pressure, axle load and displacement, and then we can press start on the test. Now, moving on to how to run a constant flow, we then go back and select the constant flow test. And in a constant flow test, we impose a water flow through the specimen at a set rate and monitor the resulting pressures. So an example would be we'd need to set the base pressure to 100 kPa. And for the back pressure, we need to set a flow rate instead of a constant pressure. For example, we set the back flow rate to 100 millimeters cubed per hour. We can also define a hydraulic gradient to ensure the pressure does not exceed safe levels. If the pressure increases too quickly, the system will pause the backflow rate until the hydraulic gradient falls below the set value, ensuring the test continues safely without exceeding the maximum gradient. Anyway, that is how you would do a constant flow test. But anyway, that is the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. This has been running a 1D consolidation permeability test. Thank you.